Alright, we rejoined Jim on day 62, and for a little more consistent income, I decided I was going to try to more regularly have him build some gnomes, so that's basically what I spent most of the morning doing. Of course, this was just in time for some bills to rear their ugly heads. I paid roughly $1,000, but I actually made money after this phone call where I got 1,150 simoleons. I ended up selling off all the gnomes I had made, and for the first time I cracked 200 bucks. 256 simoleons. Fast forward to later that night, and I just had him paint. Finished the painting, sold it. Betty actually dropped by randomly, and, well, we have the gardener with no body. Well, here's Betty Newbie with no head. Yeah, I really need to fix what that skin pack broke. Day 63, after all the usual rebuilding the motives, I went ahead and invited Brooke Towney over. The usual hijinks of trying to yet again rebuild a friendship ensued. I also, once again, tried to wow her with my guitar skills, which actually was working. Now I could be wrong, because I haven't been super paying attention, but I think at some point the game bugged out, and they stopped getting a constant relationship bonus from listening to him play guitar. I could be wrong, though. But anyway, Brooke leaves. Next day, I call Irma somebody, because I need to get that star power up so I can get a promotion. Of course, that doesn't work, so I end up calling Robin somebody. She accepts my invite, and soon we're having the time of our lives with such riveting conversation as talking about our interests. Oh yeah, at some point I broke the sink again. Forgot about that. So a little bit later on I get a phone call, and this message pops up. Now, in the Sims Superstar expansion, if you don't consistently go to Studio Town, your star rating can drop. Actually, I believe after, I think maybe it's a week, you can just straight up get fired. So of course I left her behind at the house to do some jingles, because I don't believe I had the star power to record anything else at this point. I ended up meeting Jonathan somebody, so I have another person to fall back on later on, especially if the friends I end up with lose a lot of star power. A little bit later on, I ordered some noodles, and then cut a couple more jingles to pad the pocketbook a little bit. At some point, I ran into Robin somebody, so of course I was going to interact with her a little bit, since I basically got some free interaction without having to invite her over this time. And of course, back at the house, it was the usual let's rebuild all the motives, because he spent all day at Studio Town getting really tired, and, well, you know the drill. Next day, same routine as yesterday. I call Robin somebody because I've already worked pretty well up into getting close to being super friendly with her. So she'll be the easiest to actually make friends with, as opposed to most of the others who I don't even think I have more than maybe a couple of relationship points with at this juncture. But it was basically talk about interests and then brown nose her a little bit, and then we took another trip to Studio Town to pad the wallet some more. Side note, I don't know why, but that jingle sounds like it's for like a toothpaste ad or something. Got some more star power, and then of course the next day we're at the usual rebuild all the motives. Also, I apparently have ignored some fans, so now I've got the damn obsessed fan wandering around my house. Yay. For once, I actually decided to read the Who's Hot section of the entertainment magazine. And of course, I'm nowhere on it. It's always a good idea to keep an eye on that because those people are going to have the most star power. And you're going to want to try to build your way up using them as friends, especially once you get into the mid-range areas where you've got like 3.5 to 4 stars, I think, is when you can maybe finally start talking to the 5-star ones. Anyway, we build some skills and go about our business. I don't really have much for day 68 other than, you know, the usual rebuilding motives. I think the only thing I did today was just practice speaking in a mirror. On the nicest day of this playthrough, after rebuilding his motives, I decided we would take a trip to the Studio Town spa. You know, for a day of rest, I guess. I did at the very least try to run around and talk to a couple of people, partially to build the social motive and also because I need as many connections as I can get, mostly just in the advent that he can't find very many people he has positive social interactions with. I take a sulfur bath, spend some time in the hot tub, and I yell at and berate the obsessed fan here. And then after that, we leave.
This is fucked up.
Yeah, so today I found out that even Studio Town has chance cards like the normal jobs do. And I ended up having to pay my agent $2 grand because some fucking journalist decided he was going to write an expose on how Jimbo pissed his pants at the 3rd grade talent show or something. I don't know. But with all that out of the way, we close out day 69 with some painting. Unfortunately, day 70 starts with the bastard fucking burglar stealing my satellite dish. I'm not gonna question how he managed to fit that fucking thing in that little ass bag, but never mind. Since I can't afford another satellite dish, I decided to make some more gnomes and build up some more money. After selling this batch, we came away with actually a really nice sum this time. 422 simoleons. And that was pretty much it for day 70. Day 71 on another, sort of extended break from Studio Town. The only thing that really happened was I broke my bathroom sink, and I'm assuming a raccoon came onto the lot, judging by that music. But we invited Rob and somebody over later on because I need to build that relationship up, which I did. As you'll see down in the corner, I now have one friend. Yay!
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Day 72, it's back to Studio Town. This time to the lounge, just to kind of dick around and try to meet some more people. I can't really say anything of note actually happened this time around. I think all I did was basically just kind of run around and see who I could actually talk to. Day 73, while rebuilding motives, I had a visit from Mr. Gunther Goth Sr., who's listed as Goth Senior in this game, and I don't think in any other. Go ahead and pay my bills, go through the normal sort of routine that's, well, obviously routine now. And then I believe that's Ma Hick, I think. The damn, this skim pack, I really, like, when this playthrough is done, I have to fix this. Anyway, her visit goes into day 74. I believe I invited anybody over that I didn't realize at the time I couldn't actually use to get more star power. We end up with a skunk on the lot. I have to call animal control, who, as you can see, just kind of takes care of them there. And then, yeah, I was calling Jasmine anybody over because, like I've said multiple times before, I don't know the ins and outs of Superstar that well, so I didn't realize that the Anybody's don't have any sort of star power whatsoever. So I kind of wasted a bunch of time trying to get her to be Jimbo's friend. So just be aware of that in the coming days. Day 75, more of the same. We invite Jasmine over again because I'm an idiot and didn't realize that that wouldn't actually help me. We do end up making friends later on that day for all the good that that really does. But then I get a call from Studio Town. And, you know, fame is super fleeting when you haven't gone and done something to increase your fame in 2 days. Boy, it's almost like modern internet. Which means on day 76, my trip to Studio Town just basically consisted of me doing some jingles, and that was about it. Also, Peep the Obsessed Fan being a fucking asshole.
God damn it! Ah!
And once again, we have to pay our agent $2,000 because some journalist asshole found out that Jimbo pissed on a tree on the school playground when he was in kindergarten. So we can't let that story go public, not at all. Day 77 in Studio Town was just more jingles, trying to work my way up the fame tree some more. Later that day, after getting home and rebuilding his motives, I decided to invite somebody over because I finally realized that I needed somebody who had star power to help raise my star power, because I am big brain very smart. Day 78, I invite over Robin Somebody to help rebuild the relationship with her. I believe I invited Marine Somebody over again as well too. She's standing right there. Basically, I knew I was pretty close to having both of them be friends, so that was kind of the thought process behind that, which clearly it was because we were already friends with Robin again there. And here in a second, you'll see we make friends with Maureen. I knew I had to take advantage of this as fast as possible with how the relationships in the game decay, so I just decided to try to slam through a bunch of jingles to A, get paid, and B, raise my star power. Which I actually do here. So now I've got 3 full stars, and I can do things like record actual songs and act in movies. But anyway, day 79, of course I've broken the fucking sink again, so yay, call a repairman to come fix it. I also discovered that if you don't have a satellite dish, as long as your TV was tuned to one of those stations, you still get it. So this whole sequence here is me trying to figure out how the recording a song works. Basically, it gives you 3 choices. The producer tells you what they want. You kind of have to work it out beforehand. I clearly didn't get any of it right the first time. Which is, yeah. So basically they'll react to it, and you'll kind of get the hang of it at some point. Totally. I haven't. But I failed the song once and lost enough star power that I had to go back to doing jingles to rebuild it, which is a real pain in the ass, but yeah, you know. Wanted to take advantage of it before leaving Studio Town to make sure that I still had the star power to get it back, which I did. So this next time lapse here is me trying to figure it out. I ended up looking at I think it was a Mod The Sims forum post, where they basically lined out that you do 2 of the same interaction, or option rather, and then 1 of another, because then it, I guess in their case they found it kind of helped them out some. I don't know, I didn't really find it that helpful, but you know, yeah, like there, that didn't work at all. But yeah, failed the song one more time. Of course, lost a half a star, so luckily Jimbo can still speak jingle really good. And I basically just kind of tried to work back towards it before we left Studio Town for the day. Later on, I tried to give it one more shot, and I think I ended up getting it on this one. But yeah, I kept trying the 2-2-1 method. And of course it failed again, because I'm completely inept. We get home, start to rebuild motives, set the house on fire again. I think I need to put up a counter for how many times he set the house on fire, because I think we're up past 5. And later that night, I just kind of spent time relaxing and played with a local stray. So on day 80, I decided to start doing jingles first, so I could build his star power up that I could tank at least one fuck up of recording an actual song. So I did a few jingles, and then we go back through the process. I picked 2 mellows and an over the top. And if you look above the producer's head, they give that little speech bubble that's like, yeah, that's not it. They also have a physical reaction like you see in animation. I believe they're supposed to be that way when you start as well. Like when they're explaining to you what you want. I actually need to slow down and kind of look at what they're doing to try to figure it out.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't do enough jingles to not tank my damn fame rating, so... ugh. But at least I got it back pretty quick. So, day 81, I just decided to, like I said, do more jingles, build his fame rating up some more. That way I could tank 1, possibly 2 big song screw-ups. So, I did pay a little bit more attention to their motions this time, but I still couldn't quite figure out what was what. Luckily, out of all the times I attempted the song, this time I actually passed it, and I'm actually just gonna shut up for the rest of this little clip here and let you see how it panned out.
Well, Christ on a stick. I guess there is a God.
And for once we got some good news coming back from Studio Town this time, and that all my celebrity relationships improved. Which is great, because I really needed that break. Anyway, we've come to the end of another video in this series, so if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one.